Hello! Come join me around the campfire for another tale from the glass-guarded world. If you're new to our story, then you're in luck. Today, we will try to tell you some of the most important things that you need to know so that you can jump in without hearing all the previous episodes. The most important thing you need to know is that I am your host, Aster Fortuna, Bard Extraordinaire. I've already left the story, for now, but you can always go back and listen to the episodes starring me. They're the most exciting ones. Sadly, the other heroes must somehow continue without me. You'll come to know Athelflaed, the halfling rogue and monk, played by Danielle, and Tara Dane, the human fighter, played by Ashley, as well as Paxton, the human cleric and fighter, played by Brian. In fact, you're doubly lucky because you can also listen to another episode today in which I summarize all the events up to episode 40 in my straightforward and elegant style, instead of the disorganized and sometimes unprofessional presentation of this episode. You know what I mean. If you want a story told right, you need to get a bard to do it. But I suppose you still like to hear from Tara, Athelflaed, and Paxton getting to know their new companion. Our heroes were exploring an underground wizard research complex with a floor devoted to each school of magic, abjuration, conjuration, divination, and so on. They were about to explore the divination level when they found an unexpected tunnel that wasn't on their maps. They followed the tunnel until they came upon an underground chamber that contained some strange ships. Climbing aboard one that looked like a dragonfly, they found that there was a magical stasis chamber inside, and someone was still in it. They have released this person, and today you will hear more about him. You can also listen to the 2-part special episodes that recount the adventure that led him here to an abandoned wizard complex in the frozen north. Remember that you can follow us on Twitter at TFTGGW and on Facebook at facebook.com/Tales from the Glass-Guarded World. Podcast reviews are greatly appreciated on Apple Podcasts or Stitcher. You can also visit our website at TFTGGW.com. We post art, maps, and other odds and ends. You'll even find a picture of me, Aster Fortuna. Did I mention that I'm a bard extraordinaire? So let's return now to that insectoid ship deep underground where the heroes of a young world are about to meet a refugee from an old one.
The red-skinned humanoid looks up at you from the floor, looking sleepy. With his solid black eyes, it's hard to tell exactly who he's looking at. You notice some other things about him. He's wearing elaborate bracers on his forearms and a gold ring with a red gemstone. There's a small pack tucked away next to the stasis chamber, out of which he has just stumbled. His staff, which Tara is standing on, is made of a light-colored wood and topped with a blue sphere wrapped in gold. The figure on the floor has a different perspective, of course. You are surrounded by a motley group. You know their type. Adventurers. The closest is a woman with a regal bearing, tall with carefully braided hair and conspicuously clean chainmail armor. She has a war pick and a crossbow across her back, and a metal tube at her waist, and her shield appears to be made of glass. She also has hovering around her head a glowing, pulsing white gemstone, simply circling around her head as though it were orbiting her. And she's standing on your staff. Next to her is a disheveled halfling, wearing tattered monk's robes. She's bristling with weapons, a rapier, a short sword, several daggers, and a crossbow. She has a wild look in her eyes and keeps looking back and forth between you and the tall woman. There's also another halfling, about the same height as the crazy-looking one. She's wearing nothing but a simple tunic. She has a battle axe, and she's almost 100% rippling muscle. And she looks confused. She looks like she's not sure what to make of this situation, but she looks like she might be ready to chop you into pieces at a moment's notice.
This is getting worse and worse. They keep coming.
Me,
I'm worried how many more of them there could be.
She's also wearing an elaborate feather headdress.
Oh,
Finally, a tall man is standing a short distance away in the entry hallway. He's wearing heavy armor with a symbol on the chest plate, a wand crossed with a sword. He is a mess. His hair is crudely cut, his armor is filthy, his equipment poorly maintained. You think you might even be able to smell him from here.
Oh, God.
In spite of his heavy armor, he appears armed only with a short sword and shield, as well as a dagger at his waist. He's wearing a backpack that looks stuffed to bursting.
I think our group lost some of its class when we lost Aster. We just look real messy now.
smelly ragtag bunch.
We've gone to back.
I'm technically
Okay.
the only one that smells.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
God, never mind.
The cavernous space outside is completely quiet, as is the inside of the ship. There are only the four of you looking at each other.
The giant chicken. Have you seen it?
No.
A giant chicken, you say?
Yeah, with an elf.
Athelflaed checks her pockets. No.
Yeah, I think I definitely remember having seen a giant chicken.
Yeah, you would.
Yeah.
Do you mind? And he'll reach for the staff you're stepping on.
Hey, don't let him do that. We don't know who he
Hey,
is.
hold on. Can you tell us what this is? And she's like motioning around the room.
What? This is a spelljammer.
A what?
What?
A spelljammer? It's like a ship that can fly.
It jams spells?
No, it's like a ship that can fly. I can't explain it
But
any
ships
better than
can't
that.
fly.
Yeah, I'm
though.
sorry. Why would a ship fly? That's silly.
It's magic.
Oh, well, that answers everything. There
Yeah,
you go.
that's
Yep.
all you need to know.
Yep.
Oh,
makes
hold
sense.
on. Quote. So this world has all this problems with water, but you just fly in ships anyway?
What? Well, it's pretty expensive.
If it can fly, why is it so far underground?
Well, there's a platform.
Is this like a garage or something?
What's
Is
it?
this like
What's
a-
it look like outside, Mike? Does it look the same as when he entered?
Yeah,
or-
it looks
okay.
pretty much the same. Yeah, I
Okay.
mean, you can't see you can't inspect the outside in detail because you're on the floor, getting yourself up, and I don't know if they're letting you up, but you'd have to walk over to a window and search outside to see how different things.
He
look.
is starting to stand up. Does anybody attack him for that sweet XP?
Oh, no.
Finally level up.
I'm sorry, how
Jackson-
much is he? If we...
That's a good
How much
question.
XP would we get?
I'd have to look up how that works if you kill a PC.
No, she's gonna let him get up, and she's gonna like slowly step off his staff. But while she does that, she's talking to him. Hey, I don't know how long you've been in this thing, but I don't know that you're gonna find the people that you're looking for.
Why is that? I can tell I was in there a while longer than I should have been, but what month is it?
We have no idea.
Yeah,
I
you're
don't
asking
know.
the wrong folks.
Yeah, like months out here are different than months in our place.
But a lot of the ships around this place are pretty rotted out.
He'll walk over to there's not like a computer interface, it's just the
No,
chair, right?
Just the chair.
Okay. Yeah, I came here with an elf and a giant bird. Calantha was her name.
Never
You
heard of
haven't
her.
met her?
Nope.
Mm-mm.
Haven't met any elves around here unless you count that Laverian guy. And I think he's actually like a what do they call him?
Dragon.
Dragon, yeah.
What about the wizards? Is they here?
Mostly not.
No.
Maybe they're invisible.
We only saw one, but he was dead.
Were you an Eldritch Knight?
No. He looks like one.
Well,
Do I?
he's-
Aren't you wearing the armor, the Eldritch Knight armor?
Yeah, but I mean, we just picked this up. You know.
Oh, great.
Yeah. What are you doing down here? This area is it was being used by the Eldritch Knights for research, right?
Well, I know that this is Benorphin, and this is the Wizard Complex. We was coming here from the Empire of Regid, We flew this spelljammer to escape Umberhulk invasion.
Well, I think you escaped into a place that you might need to escape from again, because things aren't necessarily that great down here either.
Tara heard that he was escaping the Empire Record. I don't
didn't know what any of those words
I
were.
don't know what's going on.
Why does his voice sound so funny?
Eh.
Yeah, how come
At
we
least
have
he doesn't say so
He
late.
talks
Why
so
don't you just
funny.
talk normal?
Oh, this is how we talk. I'm from Ellerid. This is what people sound like. Why you talk funny?
I mean,
We don't talk funny. It's a completely normal voice.
Why do you pronounce your THs like that? It's an F sound. You got it all wrong. Where you from? How come you don't know nothing?
we're from 83?
What?
Yeah,
Is that right? Yeah, we're from 83.
Yeah, World 83 rules.
Yeah.
Free, what are you talking about?
Plain pride.
Oh, that's. I assume we're all the prime plane.
Oh. Okay, I don't know how this stuff works.
Me either. I'm just assuming.
Paxton leans over to Athelflaed and goes, "What a Burke."
Wow, yeah. I'm just glad I'm not the only one who talks to.
I heard that. Yeah, I know what that means.
Well, it looks like you're stuck down here. There's been quite an outbreak of crazy stuff happening down here, and it seems like it's been pretty much abandoned and really went downhill fast. So you should probably, if this thing flies and you have somewhere you need to be, you could press that lever over there and take off. Or if you want to go exploring, we're going down. We're going deeper.
I want to hear this guy's story. I don't know if I want him going with us just yet.
That's
It
true, but I
involves an
guess
elf and a giant chicken. Like, do we really need to hear this story?
Are you
I mean, it
kidding?
makes-
Do I want to hear a story about an elf and a giant chicken?
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, of course I want to hear a story about an elf and
Tara
a giant
sits
chicken.
down.
I mean, it makes sense.
I think he's a refugee like us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, you refugees too. Where's World 83?
Yeah,
What is that?
it's between World 81 and 84.
What are you talking about, man?
It would be between 81 and 85, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Why not between 73 and 92?
I mean, I think it's probably between those
Because
two.
they're on the other side of the hallway.
Alflad's over here counting her fingers. She's taking off her shoes, counting her toes.
The math works different out here.
This isn't making sense to me. What is it? What are you talking about? You from a world? Are you plane of travelers or something?
Oh, we are now.
Yeah,
right?
technically.
Yeah, but that's not like our thing, though, right?
Are you from? Is it
Because
from?
we're all about this plane, because of plain pride.
Yeah.
Are you from north of the belt or south of the belt?
I'm sorry, what's your name, guy?
Zartok.
Okay. Okay,
Starts with a
Zartok.
Z.
Yeah.
Ends in a talk.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay, Zed talk. Anyway, do you know about the little hallway on the surface of this floor with all the little globes in it? You know, where the people live? You know, like a bunch of refugees from the flooding came up to go live in the little world?
No, I know nothing about that. When we got here, I just hopped into this pod. If I look at it, does it look broken? Is it like sparking and
No,
like it's junk now?
Nope, it works.
Did someone trap you in that stasis pod, or did you put yourself in stasis?
They forgot me. I'm quite forgettable, must be.
Paxton
that's
looks at
depressing.
the red skin and he's like, I doubt that.
Yeah.
Redskin, you racist. All right, so
Aw.
you're from a hallway. You're from a small world in a hallway like your ant people.
Yeah.
Yes.
How'd you get biggered up and whatever?
When we got out of the bottle, we got big. That's the scientific explanation.
Okay. This makes no sense. Can Zartok roll Arcana or something to see if this is like if he's run into a bunch of insane asylum? No, it is a wizard complex.
Yeah.
So, but maybe instead of this being real, you all have just been messed with a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and these wizards are terrible.
Did you say you were going to look outside the ship? I can't
Yeah,
remember.
yeah. He wants to peek outside and see if it's different than before.
Yeah, so looking outside, you can see that the ships that were parked here before are still here, that butterfly-shaped ship and the ship that looks like a big fish, but they are both in ruins. The fish-shaped ship has fallen into the water, sunk into the water.
Oh,
seems to have rotted or something. And then the butterfly-shaped ship that was suspended on cables and scaffolding has crashed down to the floor along with a lot of the scaffolding. Now, your ship looks like it's in decent shape. The paint's peeling. There are some holes in the sails, the wings. But other than that, it looks to be in decent shape. It's got the simplest parking procedure. It just sits on the ground.
Well, I've got nowhere to go. What was your name? And he's looking at
My name is Paxton. And yours is?
Zartok.
Zartok. With a Z and a talk. Got
exactly. Nailed it.
I'm Epilema.
That's not my catchphrase. No, not it.
Hey, I'm talking to you, buddy.
Hey, Epilema.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you. Little
Yeah.
box of murder, are you?
I like that. Although I think that might be a better descriptor for Athelflaed over there.
Oh, well, thank you.
I'm more like it's not murder because I'm like doing it to your face. I'm not sneaky about it, It's straight up like a fair fight, and then I kill you.
And I don't care what it is.
Yeah, exactly.
It is the main difference between the two.
Yeah.
It's philosophical.
I'll keep that in mind. See? What about you? What's your name?
Tara has her head in her hands, but she lifts her face up. I'm Tara Dane.
Teradane. Teradane, can I have my stuff, please?
Yeah.
I feel quite naked without it. And you understand, meeting 5 strangers that don't mind murdering people, you kind of don't want to be naked.
She already stepped off of it when she was telling him that his whole ship was rotten and stuff.
Guys, he can't count.
Oh.
There's only 4 of us.
Oh, sorry. I count myself. I'm a stranger to myself.
I
even.
see.
Yeah,
I thought maybe I had some company, like,
it's
I
conflicting.
can't read and he can't count. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, that's it. I'm having trouble.
I see.
I'm seeing doubles. So, I'm thinking I've been here longer than even a few days, judging by he's looking at the dilapidation of the wood around the other ships. The other ships are made of wood, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you can also see the rag golems that were keeping the place clean and operating it. They are, I guess, incinerated. They're little piles of ash.
So it's either been a short amount of time and something very bad has happened, or a long, long, long time.
Long time.
What is what? I'm afraid to ask this, but what year is it?
We are from a globe in a hallway we do not know.
It's 1483, right?
Not a clue.
You don't know what
I
year
can
it
neither
is.
confirm nor deny.
Man, where we come from, it's like 2007.
Okay.
But that's like our time,
Right.
You're not, like our clock was like not in sync with yours, Like the dial was set. I guess it was set to 1s. They were moving at the same time, but like I think we decided they had been moved at different speeds at some point in the past, right? Yeah.
That's deep.
Right?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Maybe. Okay. I'll go with it.
Yeah, so like our world had a dial next to it. You could use that to like speed up and slow down time, yeah.
And the sun's a lot brighter here. I don't understand.
Yeah, your sun is weird, man.
That's how suns work. What sun did you have?
Ours is like a cool like disc, like a ring, like and it always stays in the same place up at the top. And it gets dimmer and brighter and dimmer and brighter. It's real predictable, like, yours is like what is that thing?
What does Zartok know about space and time?
I guess you're pretty well educated. Make a history check.
It's a 10.
You know enough to know that your sun is a sphere and your planet revolves around it.
I tried my best to explain that. Have they already heard this before?
No one has actually explained this to them because they never asked. They just thought it was weird and moved on.
Okay.
Yep.
Gotcha. I do my best to I even get some chalk out and draw it on a thing. And then, like the 3rd grade science experiment where you got you tries to get some spheres out and do it.
Mm-hmm.
Tara has fallen asleep.
Okay. Zartok's judging everyone. Who actually pays attention?
Paxton's
Anyway?
paying
I
close
do.
Yeah,
attention.
Epilema is actually into it.
And while he's doing it, he's trying to discern what school of magic this guy is with. Is there anything about his clothing or about that staff that might give me some inclination of whether he's like a wizard or something else?
I don't know. Make an Arcana check.
All right, that's +3. That would be a 14.
He doesn't have anything that suggests evocation. So, for example, he doesn't seem terribly aggressive. And he also doesn't have anything that looks terribly defensive. So you'd guess it's not abjuration or evocation, but it would be hard to tell if he was illusion or divination. You're not sure. You know he's not just an outright invoker or abjurist.
And I have no experience with sorcerers or warlocks, right?
You have some experience with sorcerers, but warlocks, no.
Can I tell if he's a wizard or a sorcerer, maybe, or not really?
I don't know. What do you think, Josh?
He's got a staff. It's wizardy.
Yeah, he's probably wizard.
There's a spell book around somewhere, so that would give it away.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So as soon as you spot that.
Cool. So yeah, Paxton and Athelflaed are paying attention to your explanation of the planes.
And Epilema too. And Tara taking a nap.
Tara's checking out the chair, maybe.
Okay.
No, she fell asleep. That
Okay.
explanation took her right back to school, and she was like, done.
So, like, your sun is a ball, and it goes around. No, your world is. We already heard about how the world is a ball, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A sphere.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and like it goes around the sun.
Correct.
What keeps it up?
What are you talking about? What keeps
Why
it
doesn't
up?
it like fall?
Well, it's rather complicated. It has to do with orbits and such. It's essentially falling all the time, but not. Does that make sense? No, it doesn't.
No,
We'll
I
move
don't
on.
get it. All right.
We'll find you a book about it. We're in the wizard complexes. There's a book.
Ah, good idea. Wait,
What's-
a book? No,
Yeah.
I can't read.
Right, and I can count. So
Books are for nerds.
what's that, a nerd? Sounds like a nasty word to call someone.
It is. Yeah. She punches you on the shoulder.
What's between the sun and this world then? Is it like a sea? Like, are we islands and you gotta like...
No, it's almost nothingness itself, except for the fabric of space time. It's a vacuum. It's an airless nothingness.
Paxton looks at Athelflaed and he gets that like white as a sheet, I'm gonna be sick look on his face again.
I'm checking the ground, make sure it's not moving. Just tapping my feet.
Yeah, maybe this is something a bit overwhelming and such. Yeah.
So this world that's like outside of our world, like what's going on? You're from some place.
Well, I'm from south of the belt, and
What's the belt?
the belt is a large landmass. He's like gone into like teacher mode almost. It's a large landmass circling the sphere the ball we's talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's mostly covered in water now, and the belt it's like a belt of land if you think about it. It's like the ball is wearing a belt itself,
Mm-hmm.
and that's where a lot of the people have escaped from the rising waters.
Are we north of the belt right now?
Yes, we're far north of the belt. Is it cold outside?
Oh yeah, it's real cold.
Yeah.
Except for these gnomes have a sweet setup here. These garden gnomes. They get a bunch of those little lights, and they they're garden gnomes. They grew stuff for the wizards, I think. But yeah, they have these magic lights that they use to keep everything warm around them and grow stuff.
The wizards is gone, and now we just got gnomes. What's the state of the complex? Is it
Bad, right?
Yeah, not great.
Yeah.
We're trying to tidy up as we go though. And he winks at Tara.
She'd sleep.
See, you said you're from somewhere else and you're escaping an invasion of what?
there's umber hulks? They're like bug creatures,
Uh-huh.
and if you stare into their eyes, they inject madness into you. They was attacking Artalavella. This is a mouthful. It's elves, you see. They love
Yeah.
their letters. They was attacking Artalavella, and it was Calantha. She had us sneak into
That's your cow.
Calantha? That's an elf.
Calampha's the elf.
Yes. Not a cow. What is this? Cow.
No, the chicken.
Oh, the chicken.
Yeah.
No, the chicken's name, I never really cared much for the chicken. It was like this soulless, psychotic beast, if you will.
Was it Calampha's chicken or your chicken?
No, it was not my chicken.
Okay.
It was a Aarakocra. Have you heard of that? Okay.
Nope.
Yeah, it's like a bird, a humanoid bird species.
Okay, so it was like sentient and intelligent.
Yeah, sometimes they can be. This one was, not sure it was sentient or intelligent. But it was quite terrifying. Yeah.
Interesting. So you guys came here to escape the Umber Hulks?
Yeah, we was a store out in Ellerid, and it was quite nasty business. What with the world basically ending, and leading refugees out from where else to go but Ellerid. Ellerid was the capital of the Empire of Regid, and so that's where we went. By the time we got there, it was already broken down. All the spelljammers had left. There are spelljammers of the ships that fly.
She's still asleep.
It's all gone, but we found this one, and I'm not sure it's suited for traveling between, leaving the planet, if you will.
Oh God, why would you want to leave the planet?
Well, if it's being attacked by Umber Hulks, yeah.
The whole planet?
I'm not sure. I haven't seen any. I've been sleeping.
Well, where would you go? The sun? Are
No,
you gonna
that
try
would-
to fly to the sun?
That would be a bad idea. Yeah, the sun's I don't know. What do you guys use to describe temperatures? Would be like
Hot, cold.
very, very hot. Like turn you into a gas hot.
Oh,
Like plasma.
whoa.
Like a what?
Like the giant chicken is here.
Oh,
No, I'm not.
half a flat looks
It's
around.
too hot to go to the sun. Another
then why
planet.
do you want to? So there's other planets like this?
Sure, I've never been there, but I've read about them.
I guess that's like the jars. You know, you're in a jar. There's other jars.
Yeah,
You're
actually,
just in
that's
one jar.
It's quite romantic and poetic. Yeah, it's quite like that. This is all Jaws.
Go roll an Arcana check.
I rolled a 1 today. That's my 1 I rolled, so that's a 7 total.
Okay, yeah, that's the limits of your knowledge about spell jamming locations you could go to.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I did learn a couple spells, but I haven't mastered it. So you use this. What's your arcane gifts? What's the limits of your? Someone say he could cast magic.
I can cast magic. Yeah. What you want to know
All
about
right,
it?
take a look at this, and he'll take the spell book out and flip to the page, the operate spelljammer page. And this is a spell you use to operate the ship. It's not technological only. It's like it's a mix between engineering and magic.
Okay. Well, I know some magic. I don't think I know much about engineering.
Well,
Guess can I do an
me neither,
Arcana
friend.
check to see if I can make anything out on the page?
Sure.
it's my scribbles.
That is an 8.
8. Yeah, it's a spell called Operate Spelljammer.
How's your Elvish? Not bad.
Not great.
Okay, it's an Elvish.
Yeah.
Well, my writing, so I'd walk you through it, but
I read Elvish.
Yeah, but you don't know any magic, really.
Yeah.
I can't see that one happening.
this is the part where I was just doodling, you know? I was kind of bored, so that's not magical. In fact, what I'll do is I'll outline the parts that aren't magical at all. And see, this is a smiley face. You ever seen a smiley face before? That makes me happy.
What's this picture over here of the chicken with a sword through it? What's that? And this chicken's on fire.
It's dinner.
Don't worry about that. That's plan B in case Giant Chicken turned on me, you know what I mean? Didn't like it.
I like your style.
Yeah, you always gotta think about it, especially when people is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah. Keep an eye on Ethelflat.
Yeah.
So this is what you use to fly it. Looks like the other ones we can't use. But
Yeah.
I've got nowhere to go, really. What's the ocean look like up top?
It's like wet with big waves.
Like how?
Yeah.
I guess this is out of context for you. What? How
It's
high
like a
up
lake,
is it
but
reaching?
bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was deep, man. I feel you on that. So
See,
you
you
didn't
want to
have-
know how high it is?
Yeah, how high up is the water? How long would it take just to get up there for me to see for myself? Are we deep down in this thing?
Real deep. Yeah, we're like 4 floors underground.
No, I've got nowhere to go really.
Well, I guess, are you like a researcher like the rest of these wizards were?
No, I'm not. I was more like a hedge wizard, if that makes sense, outside of the purview of the organized magical users.
Like the gnomes, like you do landscaping?
Actually, Paxton, you've heard of hedge wizards before. You're a man of the people. You know what a hedge wizard
Yeah,
is.
okay, cool.
Yeah, for like 5 gold pieces a month, I come on and I get your grass real short and I make your trees real nice.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's it. That's how I made a living.
Mage hand clippers and whatnot.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
Hey, man, it's gotta work.
Yeah, for real.
So what made you, whenever you were escaping the Umber Hulks, what made you come to this specific research facility? I mean, this place is pretty specific, and I imagine pretty high security. They wouldn't let you down here unless they knew who you were.
Well, it was Calampha's plan, really. And also, if anyone who could save the world, you'd imagine it would be the Wizards of Benorphin. But, of course, they couldn't.
I mean, that seems like a problem that's still going on. Like, maybe it still can't be saved.
I imagine they left. That's what.
Yeah, but now we're doing it.
I don't know that they left. I think maybe some of them left, but I think maybe the rest of them kind of blew each other up or blew themselves up or something.
Is that what it looks like?
I don't know what it looks like, man, but it is bad down here. It is bad news.
So Tara's like nodded awake and like stood up and brushed herself off, and she's like, "Hey, we decide what we're doing or where Zartok needs to go or whatever."
It doesn't seem like he has anywhere else to go.
I mean, I could go to Dwarahole, but I don't really like dwarves that much.
Maybe we got the gnomes up there. Maybe they can tell you
Are you
what the
finding?
world's like, or like what year it is, and like what where you're from. I don't know.
What you finding?
Tara's realizing that his friends are probably dead, and like his family's probably dead and stuff. So she's like, "Oh,
What are we finding?
Yeah. What is?
I mean, why are we down here?
Yeah. What
Yeah.
are you trying to do? Are you just robbing the place?
I'm in it for
No.
the loot and
You
the
know,
action.
you ever heard of
I'm with you.
Lavarion? He's a dragon.
I don't know. I'll roll history.
Make an Arcana check.
Okay.
Arcana or history. I'll let you choose.
They're the same. 12.
You maybe have heard the name before, but you're not sure
Okay.
where.
Well, Lavarion says that he gave these wizards, the Eldritch Knights, this wand of frost, and they were supposed to use it. But now he wants it back so he can try and stop the flooding of the world with freezing the water instead. I don't know. But we're helping him out.
Yeah, I think he's going to try to cool the world with the Wand of Frost.
Oh, yeah,
to
that's
roll
it.
back whatever like environmental crisis is going on out here. But it appears that the wizards broke the wand into a bunch of pieces, and now we're going and getting the pieces so that we can put them back together.
Okay. I see. That's important. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, cooling the world. That's what it was. Sorry,
Mhm.
forgot that one completely.
What kind of dragon is it?
Like the
color was
kind
he?
that can turn into an elf.
Was he silver?
Is he
Yeah,
like a?
he was silver. That's right. Yeah.
He was a dragon man.
He was a
And so
dragon
like he
man.
talked like this, like real radical.
Yes,
Like-
he said
like
he was
what?
a silver dragon.
So
or
like he
color-
talks like this, like like uses like a lot.
What's the matter with it?
It's just weird. He talks weird, kind of like you talk weird.
but in a different weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
He talks like the gnomes do, which
Why can't everybody just talk like me?
Yeah.
I'm gonna try right now.
Okay.
How's that?
That's
Whoa,
good.
whoa, whoa!
Yeah. I like it.
It's gonna hurt my voice box. I'm gonna stop now. Okay.
I gotta be honest, it's not great for me either, but I can't help it.
So you're working for a dragon to try to stop the crisis that, well, we've never been able to do it because nobody stops casting magic.
I don't know that I'd say that we're working for Lavarion because there were no contracts of any kind that were signed or anything like that. But he asked us to go find the wand, and
Okay.
we're doing it because number one, we don't really know what else to do,
Yeah,
and number
really.
two, it seems like it would fix probably an important problem.
Yeah, I think it would help a lot, but a lot of the damage is done. Does Zartok know how much of the polar ice caps are left?
No.
Okay. But it would be, it's worth doing. But
I mean, if magic can make a ship fly, it can fix the planet, right?
well, magic is what made the planet the way it is. But if the dragon thinks that'll work, this one, so he's gonna cast it over and over and just cool down the planet.
No, I don't know. He didn't tell us.
All right. Well, it sounds like I don't really care if it works, but you've been finding the wizard stuff. You've been learning things, finding the research and such.
Kinda.
All right.
Yeah, but I think we're piecing together kind of what happened down here, but I don't know that I'm picking up much on, divination and evocation and all the names of the floors that we've been going through.
Floors. So,
We learned a lot about the little glass world that we came from, which honestly I highly recommend. Great place to be. Really want to go back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I gotta agree with that.
Yeah, totally normal. Like there's no,
It's getting warmer too,
problems.
though.
well,
Yeah.
but we fixed it.
Yeah,
it was
we
like
mastered.
abracadabra, done.
Yeah.
but if you live in a jar that sits on a table, then all it would take is someone knock it over, and then everyone's dead. Is that right?
Are you threatening us?
No, I'm saying, why would you want to live that like that?
I
At any moment, some bumbleclock could just come in there, knock it over.
Well, hey, we're gonna get this stupid wand, so Lavarian should, make sure that we stay fine in our jar.
I hadn't thought about that.
Yeah, this is not a good situation. Now,
Don't worry about it. We'll put a bumper around it.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
yeah, a bumper. That's good. I mean, that's a start. Yeah,
All right.
a bumper. What the heck is a bumper? Okay. All right. So you want to go back? So you want to help the dragon, and then we're going to you're going to go back into the jar then, because
Yeah.
it's cool. It's the place to be.
It's a nice town.
It's
yeah.
yes, all my friends and family, they live there. We don't have people who go so like all the time.
Yeah, they all talk normal.
No, that
Uh,
sounds miserable. I think you should kill anyone that talks like that
Yes,
on site. No, I'm just
I
kidding. Don't do that.
I'm
That would be
rich,
bad.
so I like that part too.
You're rich.
You're rich.
What? I have rich soil? Well, not really. No, I'm in a dusty old monastery. And
You guys are much better equipped than anyone Zartok's probably ever traveled with. So you're in full plate, and I'm pointing to Paxton.
Yeah.
Tara's wearing chainmail, like magical looking chainmail.
Yeah.
Athelflad's wearing rags.
Ethelflad is just wearing rags, but she is covered in weapons.
Okay.
Epolima's not wearing anything extravagant. She's not terribly well equipped.
Cool headdress though.
Yeah.
she's got huge biceps.
Yeah, check me out.
Those are heavy. Well, they look heavy. I wouldn't know.
They're not heavy for me because I got all these muscles to carry them with.
Ah,
She is
so-
unencumbered.
unencumbered for real.
Now, I'd be interested in helping you search the floors below, I think, but I'm not really interested in the jar life, if you know what I mean. It sounds like
Yeah, you would not fit in.
Yeah, we've never seen anybody like you before.
was it all humans and
Humans,
halflings?
elves, halflings, dwarves.
The regular stuff.
Yeah.
I'm regular stuff?
Yeah.
How
well,
the flag gets
I
all
mean,
hopeful.
we're the most regular of all. You know,
Oh,
we're
yeah.
the default normal as us halflings.
I mean, not to say that you're not welcome or anything, but people might be a little shocked to see you. They might have some questions about where you came from, and then we have to explain the whole outside world to people. That sounds like a lot of work.
Oh, we got orcs too. We got orcs and half orcs and half elves.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, it would be a lot of explaining to do if you came back to our place.
You could probably get a cult following, though.
Oh yeah.
Do you have any talents?
Yeah, just
Yeah.
yeah. Give me some time. I'll prepare. So I'll prepare my magics, and then I'll be useful.
That's not very impressive.
What magic's not impressive?
Hold on, you got to give me some time. I mean, shouldn't you be able to turn a
Well,
trick on a dime?
Let me explain. So when you fly this ship, when you fly the Spelljammer, you use your spells up, and I basically.
You've been resting for
Yeah,
like
you're actually
100
fully-
years.
You're fully charged.
Well, I gotta prepare. You see, that's how I gotta. So, all right, here's how magic works. You ready for another lesson? And I'm just
oh,
gonna draw on the
let
board.
me get a pillow.
I think we're good.
Okay. Cool.
Oh, okay.
I didn't want to do it anyway. But I got.
Althaflad looks disappointed.
So you was in a jar.
Uh-huh.
How'd you get out?
Well, there was a smaller jar on the inside filled with souls. And we...
Like the dead people's souls.
Yeah. and we smashed that jar of
What?
souls.
Oh, whoops.
Oh shoot, I forgot
What?
Epelina
Did
didn't
you
know
not-
about
Wait,
that.
well, hold on. You missed the best part. First, we drew on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait.
We drew on
Whoa,
it.
I didn't know this part.
All right, Epelima, remember how we were looking for the Truths of Foresight?
Yeah.
And he told us to smash the jar?
Yeah, that was
What
crazy.
did you think that we were going to do, Epelima?
Not smash the jar,
No,
because
we
that's
smashed-
a stupid idea.
Well, it brought us here and we fixed the world, so was it stupid? Yeah, Tara's got like her hands on her hips.
Epelima is flummoxed.
Althaflad shrugs.
Sorry, go on with your
You
story.
guys need a moment or something?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna need a moment here to get myself together. Just give. Go on.
Epelima, are you okay?
I'm okay. I'm okay.
And remember that we were in the little the little world with the jar, and we let that soul out, and he was a lot happier looking afterwards. I think that we made our souls happier. Just saying.
That's right.
The what?
The
Soul in
souls
a
that
jar?
were inside the jar.
I wasn't there for that. What are you talking about?
Oh, huh. Well, okay. Tara goes explains that whole situation where there was a soul in a jar, and she's like, "Just take my word for it." He looked really sad and mopey, and we let him out, and he was much happier.
Mhm.
I assume
Okay.
he just went away.
Epelima seems a little upset. Not sure why she's so upset, but she seems a little upset. And yeah, you can continue your discussion.
Paxton wants to do an insight check on Epelima to see, like, she seems upset, obviously, but he doesn't know whether she is mad or sad.
Okay.
She's mad sad.
Side is +6.
What are the current state of
So
her
that is 14.
She's both.
She's both.
She's definitely mad at you guys. She is sad about something, but you're not sure what.
So, I'm a little confused. Why did you have to smash the tinier jar in the first place? Like,
Okay.
was you but
why?
Yeah.
Sorry.
The
Go ahead.
Truths of Foresight described things that were happening in our world, which was that the rivers were breaking, and the rivers were breaking, which was causing a bunch of like potential war, and also people were
Tara, like,
hungry and moving.
He doesn't know what rivers breaking means. We gotta back up here.
Okay. Our rivers were breaking, which means that the water that flew out of the sky and came into the river was just not flying out of the sky anymore. And so we didn't have water in a bunch of areas that needed water. Is that, you got it?
So you had rivers, but they didn't come from the underground springs or nothing. They came from the sky itself.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. There's like tubes up in our jar.
Sure, I got
that
it.
Water fall down.
Okay, and it was breaking, meaning they were stopping.
Yes, there was
And-
no more water flowing.
And it was foresight that said it.
Yeah, that would happen, and that to solve the problems of the world when that happened, we had to break the soul jar and let the souls do what they do to help us.
I'm curious why a god, especially the oldest god, would be involved in the happenings of your jar world.
You know, Foresight was the only god that we've heard of from outside of the jar that was talked about in the jar. Inside the jar, Foresight was the only god we knew about. We get out here, there's a ton more. What's the deal with that?
He was also kind of like, like a cult leader. Like, no one really.
Well, Foresight's the only god worth following, really, if you ask me.
Oh, so you were a follower of Foresight?
No, not at all. I don't know why you'd bother with the whole god thing, but Foresight is the oldest one, and he made it. He's the one that survived a happening, what I assume is 1,483 years ago. He's the only god that came out of another world-ending event. The other gods are younger, and they are, how can I put this? They are, essentially have the flaws of people.
And Foresight doesn't.
Well, sure, maybe, but not like the others. I mean, Skyfather himself, in my opinion, is like, I don't know why you want to trust Skyfather.
So you're talking about these people like you know them personally. Like, do people meet with
These
the
are
gods?
stories. No, the gods are practically dead, as far as I know. They gain their powers from worshippers
Uh-huh.
And there's been a dramatic decrease in the population, if I can say it so coldly.
So it's not just people are believing in the gods less, there's just less people to believe.
Exactly, yeah.
And does this have to do with the whole climate situation?
Yes, but
Okay.
the gods did nothing about it, really. If you're a god, why wouldn't you stop it?
I mean, I guess either they couldn't stop it or they could and they just chose not to.
I'm not sure. But there were some talks of slowing down magic use, and I know that wizards wasn't exactly the most popular, but yeah, I'm not emotional about that at all. But yeah, okay. Sorry to stop your story. It's just interesting that foresight had something to do with it. So they were what you call them? There was a cult of foresight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's exactly what they were called.
Okay. All right. Sorry, keep going with your story. So the rivers was breaking. The cult of foresight was telling you that this would happen.
Yep.
And so what else?
So we kind of just trusted the words that we found written on a rock, and we went.
Boy, it sounds even crazier when you say
This
that.
is sounding very legit.
Yeah.
What a long, strange trip it's
I
been.
mean, I thought it was weird when we were there, and then you say that, and it sounds absolutely stupid.
Well, everything that was happening, it flowed. I mean, it was true, and no one else had a solution, and so we said okay, and then we found a pickaxe, that looked like it was destined to break the soul jar, so we used it to break the soul jar, and then the souls brought us out, and we were able to fix our jar.
That part was kind of cool.
Yeah, and then we were here, and we kind of had to protect people, and then we ran into this dragon who was like, hey, why don't you help this world out? And I like to help people, so I said yeah.
Wait,
And
I got a question.
Yeah.
How did you get on the whole saving the world, finding what's going on with the rivers thing in the first place?
Because I knew I was always going to save the world,
How'd you know that?
because that's what I wanted to do.
Oh. So, I'm doing it. I said so,
All right. Killer on site.
No.
Rich
I'm
people
gonna
think
kill
they
you.
know what to do all the time. You know what I mean?
So,
Tara looks at Paxton like, wow, you've betrayed me.
so
I haven't met too many rich people. This is the first time.
what?
How much money you got?
I don't rightly want to tell you that.
It's family money, isn't it?
She's
Oh, yeah,
she's
absolutely.
rich in the
Okay.
jar. I wouldn't say she's rich out here.
Well,
You know
just
what I
because
mean?
I didn't load up my pockets.
That's right, but you'd have to go back, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel rich. I mean, look at all this stuff I'm carrying. She clinks around.
We're rich in friendship, and Paxton hugs Athelflaed and Tara.
Athelflaed, how are you so stealthy carrying all that stuff?
I do not know.
Wow. So okay. So you guys, somehow Tara meets Paxton and Athelflaed, and you guys just decide that you're gonna go find out what's going on with these rivers.
So they came from a rival, and they were looking for a...
Who did? Athelflaed and Tara?
It was Tara and Finn.
Tara looks a little sad now.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so there's
Finn.
Tara and Finn was that gnome friend of yours. I've heard you mention him before.
That's right.
Yes.
Okay.
They came from a rival to the Free Cities, and they were looking for a tour guide, someone who knows the area. So I volunteered to take them over to where the rivers are, and things just took off from there.
Hey, red dude.
What's up?
Yeah, so like Arrival is this island in the middle of the world, right?
Okay.
In our world, right?
Well, it's called Arrival.
That's called Arrival.
Because that's where you arrived.
That's where like people woke up a long time ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Clever. It's clever.
It's what?
It's clever.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah. So like Tara goes from there to like these cities, and she meets up with Paxton, and she's got her friend Finn. And then what do they do next? So you guys then go to the river, the Broken
Okay.
River.
Mm-hmm.
Finn and I were asking Paxton to escort us to the Broken River
Uh-huh.
because we needed to see it for ourselves, to try and figure out why it was broken and
Okay.
fix it, because that's what I was going to do.
Yeah.
And so when we did that, there was kind of like a little island in the middle of the river.
Uh-huh.
And so we went there, and that's where we met Athelflaed.
Yeah,
Oh.
there's my part. Yeah.
Yep, she
I
was
was
stranded.
on a monastery, and everybody died off, so it was just me and some plants I was growing. And then these people show up, and I'm like, "Hey, watch out for the blobs! They're gonna eat you!" And then we had a whole bunch of adventures.
The
and
blobs.
yeah, the blobs floating around in the water.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So there were blobs in the water, and you rescued Athelflaed.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
And then Athelflaed hung around with you. Why is she hanging around with you?
Well, might as well. I mean, I was on the island by myself.
Okay, so she said she had nothing else going on.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we tend to collect outcasts as we move through.
Yeah.
Move through town.
Huh. That sounds like kind of.
Okay.
Can you just pick it up? Hey, wait a second. Okay, well, go on. So, okay, so you get Athelflaed,
Mm-hmm.
and what do you do then?
I think after that, didn't we talk to Mun? And Mun was the one that told us to go to check out the research centers nearby where the bubbles were.
That's
So
what
we-
happened.
So we could learn more about why the gods' rivers, or why the rivers are failing.
Okay, so you talked to this Mun guy.
Uh-huh.
I've heard of him before.
Mm-hmm.
What? You said Mun?
Yeah, Mun the Immortal. Do you know Mun?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Mun is a famous wizard. He was, but he disappeared a long time ago.
Well, I mean, you can still go find him now.
Wait, you
Wait,
know?
what did he look like?
I've never seen him, but I've heard of him. He's famous.
Was he like a magic suit of armor?
Don't remember that. at
You want
all.
to try roll a history check?
I will roll a history check, and I'm going to roll above a 10 since that hasn't happened yet today.
All right.
Here it goes.
Good luck.
I didn't. I rolled 11 total.
You heard he was a human.
Okay. I think he's human, like you.
Well,
Hold on. I'm trying to remember the portrait of Mun that was in Mun's mansion.
Yeah. Okay. You want to try to remember that? Roll an intelligence check. Relatively easy.
That'd be great. I got a 4 because of my -2.
Yeah. Portraits are boring.
Okay, don't remember.
I'm
Not a
glad,
clue.
I'm
Just
glad we're
shrugs.
getting all these low rolls out of the way on the
Yeah.
remembering
Mhm.
stuff. That way you guys can
For
just crit
battle.
on the monsters.
Yeah.
Garbage recap episode.
Yeah. We don't remember anything. So let's just move on.
You should just do clips. Like,
Oh, yeah. I thought about
a
that.
clips
Clip
episode.
shows are a lot of work because I've got to go back through the original audio files and search stuff out and then paste it into a new one. It's a ton of work to do that.
You have to put the echoes as if they're like dreamy.
Oh
and-
yeah, yeah. I got to do the harp dream transition
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
You should go insert a dream sequence of us remember, like looking at that portrait, so that at least the listener can realize.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
And the paintings all depict a human standing in her various heroic poses. And there are 2 doors at the back of the room that he is gesturing toward and saying, "Go on, go on."
Yeah. Well, you don't remember what the portrait looks like.
Yeah, I have no friggin' idea.
He was
Ter-
a wizard man.
I mean, Tara's giving a nice abridged version, like,
Yeah.
you know, and then I didn't care about that part, so we just went to the next thing. I think it's working.
yeah.
All right.
It's very in character.
So then you talk to this Mun guy who's somehow you've heard of, even though you're outside, which is pretty weird.
Mhm.
You
So
You don't keep a journal. None of you keep a journal, like, every day what you've done.
Why?
Well, because to help you remember what
Do you?
was going on. Yeah, of course.
Oh,
Why
that's
wouldn't
weird.
you do that? That's not weird at all. And
Do you have like a head injury or something? Can you not just remember?
no, you just do it.
Well, obviously,
Honestly,
we can't.
Paxton, that would have been helpful for you if you'd kept a journal of what you did. You could have woke up and read your stuff.
hey,
I
guys,
don't need you judging me.
guys, come over here for a moment. Let's have an aside.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Party huddle.
Sure.
I think he's a nerd.
Well, okay.
Are we all in agreement on this?
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
He can read?
Back to the discussion then.
Oh, okay. We huddle over back.
My ears are burning.
So
It wasn't about you.
so okay, you talk to Mun.
All right.
And Mun tells you what? After you've gone to this research facility, then you talk to Mun, and what does Finn think about all this? And what is Pax? What is going on?
That's
Mm,
when we lost Finn.
Oh, right. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
he got
Oh, yeah, the
fireballed at the
fireball.
research facility.
Yeah.
I'm sorry about that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, so then you go back to Mun, and then Mun says what?
That's when Mun sends us to you. He tells us that we should seek out the truths of foresight, and he says that they are at the eastern bubble.
Yeah, so I can take it from there. So we go to the... So you guys went to the Iron Empire, and you met
Let's
up with
gloss
me.
over the part where we get imprisoned.
By the elves.
Did you say that, or did you...
No.
No, okay.
What was that about glossing? What's glossing?
Well, I pretended to be really drunk, and that's how I snuck out of prison.
Everybody looks at her.
That works?
Yeah.
Is that easy?
Surprisingly.
Yeah, and she met a friend. That's when Aster Fortuna joined us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weirdo was it? Yeah, he was weird.
And then we finally met Epilema.
Yeah. So
Yeah, long story short, we got imprisoned on mistaken identity. It's fine. We didn't actually do anything wrong. No worries.
Yeah, sure you didn't.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, before or after we were convicted.
I don't think we were ever convicted, Athelflaed. There
Oh.
was no trial. We kind of escaped before that could happen. Anyway.
So you end up at the best part of the adventure. You end up with me, right, in the Iron Empire.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, and so I showed them how to get to the Eastern Bubble, which is like a big bubble in the glass, right?
Mhm.
And then that's where you found your big rock with the directions on it
Yes.
from Foresight guy.
You're forgetting the most important part about before we left the what was that name of that Iron Empire city where we got?
Dune.
Drongaldoon.
Yeah.
You remember when you remember when Aster made all those people soil themselves?
Oh, that was pitiful.
That was actually kind of funny.
I guess it was kind of funny. My distraction was better, though.
Well, I don't know a spell that does that. What's it? He can make people... Oh, what, is it poison? What did he
I think
do?
it was thaumaturgy.
What?
It's like a miracle.
It was that word he couldn't pronounce.
Yes.
I can totally pronounce it, though. I'm just not going to.
It was prestidigitation.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Okay, I've heard of that spell. All right, so he just wet the pants a little.
I mean, not a little.
I was wondering if he had like some spell I've never heard of that just makes everybody just wet themselves.
No, I think he got pretty creative with the basics.
Okay, that's important in an adventure to
Yeah.
do. Just really exploit the rules as much as possible.
He
know
was
what
a
I'm saying?
bard. Do you know? Have you ever met a bard?
Yeah, of course. I've heard of. Yeah.
Yeah. So he did that with like his guitar and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so we go to the Eastern Bubble and we fight some undead and we find the big rock with some words on it. And then I thought that was pretty much it. We got back to the city and you guys got on a boat. And I made a great distraction for you so you could get away from the city guards.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
What's that sound mean?
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, and so then I thought that would be pretty much the end of it. And I took a great job on a boat as a captain working for the Iron Empire. And then we decided, well, I didn't decide. You know, the Emperor decided we're gonna since another river broke, we were gonna take over like Arrival and use like the resources of Arrival and other places and take control of those. And so I took my boat out and we were sort of like blockading the city of Arrival, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then like, I guess that's when you broke the soul jar.
Well, you're missing the best part.
What's the best part?
My artistic skills.
No. I think the best part is when we got past an Iron Empire blockade, because the Iron Empire doesn't stand a chance against a rival.
Say what now? Well, it wasn't my ship.
No, it wasn't your
If
ship.
it been my ship, it would have been different.
Probably not.
We'll see. Anyway, so that's when you broke the soul jar and painted some art.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Other order.
You painted some art and broke the soul jar.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. And then some souls like picked us all up.
Yep.
Yeah.
That part was
I
unexpected.
assume that you saw someone that you cared about that picked you up and took you away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what happened to me.
Who was it?
Oh, that's none of your business.
Ah! Okay.
Who did you see, Athelflaed?
I saw my dad.
Who did you see, Paxton?
I'm not sure who it was.
What?
I didn't get like a specific explanation of who it was, right?
Nope.
Yeah, so Paxton looks like he's a little disappointed that other people knew who their connection was immediately.
So wait, was it a lady?
I'm not sure. It was just a voice.
Oh, because I was thinking maybe it was the lady who was writing the letters to the other you.
The other me?
Yeah, you know.
Oh, Frith, the people that the elves were talking about?
Yeah, you know, the lady who was writing the letters to the Frith.
Yeah, it could be, but, I don't know what her voice sounded like.
What
so.
is it? Was the other you? What's that mean?
It's a long story. Some people think that I have other names, but I don't know. I actually can't really remember past
Alright.
a certain point.
Like rapper names, like Biggie Pax?
Yeah, pretty much
Okay.
like that. Have you ever heard of do the names Quia or Frith mean anything to you?
No, not off the top of my head. Can I roll anything?
Make a history roll.
Above a 10, here we go. Up, it's a 2. 8. This is why I'm going to play a wizard, because I have to roll dice less. I have to make Mike roll instead. So, so 8.
Nope.
Never heard of him.
Yeah, I've been led to believe that that whole jail incident that we were talking about when we got stuck in jail. A bunch of elves thought that I was some jerk named Frith, who I guess had double-crossed him in the past or something.
Okay.
And then whenever we busted out of the jar, there was
You got twin brother, maybe?
possibly.
Okay. So you don't remember
I don't remember.
what?
So it could actually be that I was this jerk
How
guy.
far back do you remember?
Tara looks at Paxton like she thinks he's in serious denial.
So anyway, whenever I popped out of the jar, there was a wizard here named Bertrand.
Okay.
It was Bertrand, right?
Baratrand. Yes.
Baratrand.
DM's note. Paxton here actually meant to refer to Rickert, not Baratrand.
Yeah, there was a wizard named Baratrand who referred to me as Quia. And, I guess just another alias.
You got a lot of names.
Maybe I've just got one of those faces,
So does he have one of those faces?
He looks pretty distinct.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm going to let everybody, now that you've stated all three of those names, I'm going to let everybody make a history check.
All right. Just kill this character now.
18.
11.
6.
Do I do a history check
Sure.
on my own name?
Yeah, sure. See,
Says-
now that you're talking about it, see if you can put the pieces
It's a
together.
17.
17. All right, so now that you're thinking about it, you think about these names, Paxton, Frith, Quia, and one of the things that you realize is that Quia is another old common word. In fact, it's a really old common word that is the root of the word quiet. And another meaning of that word is, can anybody guess?
Peaceful.
Yeah, that's where the word tranquil comes from.
And wait, so who all actually caught on to that?
Athelflaed and Paxton did.
But sometimes, I go by a different name too.
What's that?
Well, right before someone gets stabbed by me, they call me
I've heard them use that name lots of times.
Yeah.
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 Huh.
Yeah.
Just thought.
She likes to stab people.
I'll call you that from now on. Is that the name you want to go by?
Yeah, but 3 A's, not 2.
Okay. I got it.
Yeah.
I'm going to practice.
I'm not going to call you that. I
Okay.
like Athelflaed better.
Full flat.
It's quite long.
You can find them.
Yeah, when people call you that, they're just going short for the full name, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I never thought about that before.
So
My nickname.
you could have, Paxton, you could have been from this world and put yourself in the jar, but forgot everything.
Yeah, I mean, I could have been Quia and then put in the jar and started going by Frith and then lost my memory and now I'm Paxton, but that sounds pretty complicated and I like to go with the simplest explanation, so...
Which is what?
Yeah, what's the simpler explanation?
Simple explanation is probably that I'm just some guy and these people are all just, case of mistaken identity, right?
Well, if he was just some guy, wouldn't you remember, like, your mum and dad and your 3 brothers named Jim, Tom, and Bob?
Possibly, but I don't think I have any of those.
What about
Okay.
the
You
whole
should just make it up.
observer thing, though?
Yeah, do you know what an observer is?
Oh, you're going to make me roll again. I'm going to cry.
No, you don't know. You don't
Okay,
need
good.
me to roll.
Thank God. Don't make me roll again the whole rest of the session.
So, inside the jar, there were these folks called observers that had, like, big gems in the back of their heads. And they were rumored to watch things. and report those things to the gods. We had gods, but we didn't really have names for them. They were like big eyes that would watch us from outside of the jar. So, folks in the beginning, they didn't mind the observers, but I think throughout history, when there'd be big battles or, things that need to be observed, right? Just the fact that there's an observer there, some people thought, well, maybe the observers are causing these things to happen. And they became a little bit prejudiced against the observers. And now it's not really cool to say that you're an observer. You might get arrested or something.
Probably laughed at because no one knows there are any observers around. But,
Yeah.
In the Iron Empire, we used to get rid of them. Yeah, the government had an official anti-observer policy.
Oh.
Yeah, they're frowned upon, so I don't know if there are any other observers left in the jar, but they're certainly not very public about it.
So these gods you mentioned, that was just eyes.
Uh-huh.
I think they was most likely just wizards on the outside from Benorphin, yeah?
Yeah, probably.
What do you keep calling this place?
Benorphin, that's the name of this, what's left of the landmass here.
Orphan.
Sorry, give me a second. I got to get this TH that you keep on pushing on me. Benorphin.
Benorphin.
Yeah.
That's a dumb name.
Well, it's just the name of the continent, really, I think. It's just... Well, what's the name of the wizard complex? You found that out? Do you have any journaling so I can see some dates,
You're
maybe?
really into journaling, my goodness.
No, it's just wizards.
Nerd.
If I had a journal, I wouldn't let you read it. That seems like a real private thing.
Not yours. You said you've been finding the research and such, and what's been happening.
Oh, yeah. And Paxton pulls out all the little sheets of paper that he's had so far. Or not sheets of paper, but like...
the notes.
Yeah.
Garbage notes.
Can do you let Zartok have it?
Yeah. Go crazy.
He's just flipping through it. He's not reading it right now, but he's just looking for dates.
I don't think there are any.
What kind of wizard doesn't write dates down?
No, I don't think there are any dates.
What's his name of the guy who was in the frozen kitchen with the first thing?
Yeah, now
He had a
Upton
journal.
had a journal with dates. That's true.
Okay. I'm thinking it might have been years now.
Yeah, so Upton had a journal, and they hand you that journal, and the dates in that one are all around 1541.
Holy floods. It's been that long.
Yeah, it's been longer than that.
What'd you say? It was 1531?
1541.
Okay.
And it's not like he wrote those journals like the day before we found him either.
Right. No, of course. What's his spell book look like? His spell book / journal combo, since he's really into journaling and doodles.
Zartok's?
Yeah. Does it look like it's...
I don't know. What do you want it to look like?
No. I'm asking about the aging of it.
Oh, it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, it's filled with magical ink. It's in good shape.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, I can wrap my head around this. Okay. There might be people alive from... Was it almost maybe 100 years ago, maybe. They're elves. Elves live forever. What are tiefling lifespans like? Like humans?
Humanoid, I think.
All right.
Human-like, yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of disappointed that they're not all dead.
When you say elves live forever, do you mean like literally, or do you mean they just live for a really long time?
A really long time, I think. Not forever.
Okay.
Yeah. They can still be killed and such. Not that you would ever want to do such a thing.
Yeah, man. What's up
I'll
with
kill
you?
an elf.
Yeah,
All right. Good. If you had to.
I think I
If I had
have.
to, if it was, there in my way.
Yeah, I'm a little concerned we're coming off as crazy murderers.
Yeah, we're just murderers. We're not crazy.
Yeah, a bit.
Oh.
That's all right. I've met your type before. Okay, so...
I'm just kidding. We don't murder people. We fight them face to face, except for Athelflaed.
So...
But she only murders them if they like...
Have something she wants.
Yeah, or in our way or something.
There.
No, I'm familiar. So you're a wizard that's lost your memory and thrown in a jar,
I'm not a wizard.
and whatever you are,
Yeah. There you
Okay.
go.
and you guys broke a soul jar to escape,
Uh-huh.
and now you're here. You met the garden gnomes at the top
Yeah.
and the dragon,
Yeah.
and you're exploring this space, this
Yeah.
complex to
And
gather.
And some of the ghosts around here think that I'm one of the Eldritch Knights.
Yeah, I'm seeing a pattern.
Which I am actually an Eldritch Knight, just not specifically one of them, maybe, but maybe I am.
Okay.
I mean, if you were an Eldritch Knight, I mean, you definitely were one of them, right? Wait, oh, sorry, you mean your class thing.
Okay. What is it you've mostly seen in this complex? Is it things alive? Is it nothing?
Dead things, then things to stab, and then dead things, and then things to stab, and
What-
then leftover things.
What kind of things is stab? Is a humanoid looking
Kind of. Sometimes.
constructs? What?
Yeah, humanoid things.
Brains?
Demons and devils.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I figured it out.
Well, good. Can you
Yeah,
let me
'cause
know?
we sure don't.
Okay. No, I mean yeah.
Yeah, now explain it all back to us.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, don't do that.
But
And okay, so you are a guy from this world and you're here now and you don't have anything else to do?
well, I mean,
No. He's a nerd from an empire that was attacked by big hulking umber things.
How can we help you, Zartok?
well, if I want to leave, I guess the people I knew might still be alive. Some of them.
Yeah, all right.
A lot of them are elves.
Tara like nudges Epilema when she's laughing. That's really mean.
Oh, sorry.
Elves live a long time, I believe, like hundreds of years.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure they're fine.
Nudges her again.
Don't really care for many of them though. So,
So you didn't like the elf or the big chicken?
oh no, the elf was all right. She was fine. No, the big chicken is something wrong with that thing. Yeah.
Can
no,
we cook it?
yeah, just don't mess with it.
I wish we had a big chicken right now.
It wasn't actually a chicken. It was Aarakocra. What was it? What's that race name again?
Aarakocra.
Aarakocra.
Tara takes out a ration. Start eating.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's a great idea. I'm hungry, too.
Sure.
I'd be willing to explore and help out and figure out magics. That's what.
Can you detect magic?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Can you,
we would like you.
Can you identify?
Well, I can, but I don't have the pearls.
Oh, buddy. Oh, yeah, we got you covered. Don't worry about the
Yeah,
pearls.
pearls.
Oh, we're going to have so much
One
fun.
of you wearing a necklace?
No, I just got a bunch in my backpack.
You just got a bag of pearls?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's a lot. What?
Oh, hey, do you
why
have
do you
an
have that?
unseen servant?
Identification fuel.
Okay. I don't. Unseen servant. The spell?
Yeah.
I don't know it actually.
Floating, you got a way we can carry stuff because these guys are carrying too much.
I just loved when Finn carried my backpack for me. It was great.
Maybe you can carry my backpack, and then I won't be encumbered.
What is this
And then he-
becoming? No. This is not good. No, I'm not carrying anyone's backpack or anyone's things at all.
Wait. You can learn unseen servant. You have Finn's spellbook.
I can learn Unseen Servant?
Well, I was gonna let him
You have
copy
a
the
spell
spell.
book? Yeah,
I
let
have
me
a
see
spell
it.
book with Unseen Servant, and he digs out Finn's spellbook and hands it to Zed.
He has got a ton of spells in this spell book.
Why, look at this. It's like I've died and gone to heaven.
What's
Yeah.
it say, Appalachia? Can you?
Is it in a
I
language?
can't read it. Is it what?
Is it in just like a
Elvish
general
script. Yeah,
okay,
you can
good.
read it.
Good. Yeah.
Why would he write it in Elvish?
Well, it's a common language for doing magic. But he can either way. It's a sort of a standardized magic language. You can read it.
My spell book is written mostly in Elvish. It's what I learned magic in, so it's not like
Anyway, if you could get that unseen servant and carry my backpack, that would be great.
what is this, you guys? You lot, this is gonna be a lot of fun. What items you need identified? Let's just get it over with.
Nothing right now, but like the other guy that we use to identify stuff all the time is gonna be so happy.
Yeah, we
Oh,
pretty
okay.
much treated him like an identification machine. Insert pearl, withdraw identification.
What did he charge you a fee?
No,
What's what? Why wouldn't he do that?
Because we're here. I was stuck.
yeah, we're-
Because you threatened to kill him.
no, he respects
I can tell
us.
that's exactly what happened.
I
Yes,
didn't even
right.
think of that.
Oh, really? He
Yeah.
he probably
Because
just
he
took
respects us because we're great people.
he
Yeah.
just took a look at you and just assumed the worst, I think.
We didn't have to threaten him. Are we going to have to threaten you?
Oh my gosh.
Paxton,
Carry
this
our
is
stuff
not
or we're
the
going to
route.
kill you. Identify our loot, friend.
I'm just saying, you act like you want to come with us, but so far I'm not exactly convinced that you wouldn't slow us down.
Oh, that hurts my heart, friend.
Yeah?
No, listen, I'll be useful. I think, Paxton. Don't worry. You're kind of mean.
I'm not mean.
I'm gonna hold on.
It's just hazing.
Let me get
Frank
this.
was mean too.
Hazing's illegal in Benorphin. I don't know that. Don't worry. It's probably just fine. I'm sure the wizards.
Are you a
zip up
narc and a nerd?
They go hand in hand, mate. That's what you always do.
I guess that reminds me, we're not the only people who made it out of the world. 83. There's some other folks too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We have kind of a refugee camp above this complex.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
there-
a big orc or half orc guy. What's his name?
Vizier
Olgabar.
Olgabar.
Olgabar. Yeah.
Yeah, he's our identification machine. Gonna be so happy to find off that he's off the hook for that one though.
Yeah.
Sounds promising, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well, welcome to the party, nerd.
I know you lot already. I'm not carrying anyone's stuff.
No, of course, your unseen servant will.
Yeah.
Is this something we really need to do? We need to figure this out. Are you guys like bent over and your backs are all like broken from being heavily encumbered for
Only-
40 episodes?
Only now that Mike has decided to enforce encumbrance.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tara and Paxton look like they're pretty weighed down.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess narrative-wise, we just realize how heavy our backpacks have always been.
If they make it seem like it's that important now, I will. I'll make a roll for just that spell, the unseen
Okay.
servant spell. So that's
It's a first level spell.
okay. So that's just an Arcana check.
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll over a 10. Here we go. I switched dice, so it's gonna do it. That other one's garbage.
You might have gotten all the bad rolls out of the other one, and now you're getting garbage rolls out of the new one. That's what happens for me.
Don't do that to me.
I'm just saying what happens to me historically.
No, I'm known around town as a poor roller. It's like my reputation.
And Paxton is going to start he's going to be packing away all the stuff that he thinks he needs to keep going through the dungeon, like onto his belt, and then everything that he doesn't think that he needs, he's going to put in his backpack and probably leave it on the ship, since we're probably going to be coming back here at some point. And that's how he's going to try to get unencumbered.
All right. To learn the spell, it takes 2 hours, and you can copy it. You don't need to roll at all.
Okay. I let you guys know that that's how long I'll take. You mind waiting for me? You're just
No,
gonna
we can
no.
spare
leave
2
me.
hours.
Oh,
Okay.
wait, you want to just go back to our rooms?
This is rather forward, I think.
You can get your own.
Yeah, she's not inviting you into
Well,
her
why don't we
room.
let him do that and we'll check out the ship?
All right.
I want to know what's in those doors in the hallway.
Oh, yeah, you like ships, whatever.
It's
I'll
pretty
help you.
much just harpoons, Epilema.
No, there are actually 2 doors in the hallway down to the bridge
Ah.
that you haven't checked out. And so Epilema has a look around if you guys aren't interested.
I'll go
follow.
with you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, one of them is a captain's quarters. And it's just a single room with a bed and a roll-top desk and shelving.
Investigate.
All right, you want more detail?
Yes.
The captain's quarters, the cabin. This is a sumptuous cabin. There's a shelf covered with tiny knickknacks, a dwarven mug, a silk bag with a gold embroidered symbol of a harp, a silver statue depicting some kind of strange tentacle-headed bipedal monster, a ceremonial bronze dagger, an iron tiara, and a platinum necklace hanging from a headless bust. There's a comfortable-looking bed pushed into a corner. There's a roll-top desk with a chair next to it, and there is a large wooden chest at the foot of the bed with a bit of cloth hanging out of it. And then there are 2 glass portholes that let you look out the starboard side of the ship.
Is there a mirror?
No, there's not a mirror.
Okay. Tara has put on the tiara and is looking into the portholes to see if she can get her reflection to see how the tiara looks.
So you wanted to make a perception check, Athelflad, to look around?
Yep.
All right, go ahead.
8.
Yeah, you don't notice anything else interesting about the room.
Seems fine to
I
me,
guess
guys.
Epilema's taking a look around too. She'll roll.
Does my tiara look magical?
You don't know if it's magic or not.
All right. I'm keeping it on my head.
It's sparkling.
And also, I'm going to go open that chest.
All right, Epilema points out that that's interesting. All the furniture is nailed to the floor. That's weird.
I guess that'd be useful on a ship.
The chest contains a variety of flamboyant, colorful outfits.
More detail.
They are fancy silk outfits with a variety of colors. They're you would probably call them extravagant. They're not something you would wear to try to blend into a crowd or.
Do they look like a Aster kind of uniform, or like fine clothes
They're
that
fine
like Tara
clothes.
would wear, or
They're-
people on arrival might wear?
There's something you might wear to a really fancy, colorful party.
Okay.
A party with mac
Party
and
clothes.
cheese?
Is there like she's like digging to the bottom? Like, is there any like cool stuff? You know,
Nope,
hidden
just a
compartments.
lot of interesting clothes. Do you want a little perception check to see if there's
Yes.
anything else? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, nothing else interesting.
Ah, bummer. Okay, I'm gonna get the little bag with the harp on it.
Okay.
Is there anything inside the bag?
No, there's nothing inside the bag, but it's a nice bag. It's a fancy bag. It probably was used as a coin purse.
Okay, I'm gonna use it as my coin purse.
Okay. Anything else you want to check out in here?
Did you look at the necklace already?
No, I already have a necklace, so I didn't.
All right, Paxton investigates the necklace.
Okay. It is a platinum necklace. It's just a simple chain.
Paxton puts it on.
Okay. You're wearing a platinum necklace. It's probably valuable.
Papa Pax.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Paxton
Yeah.
looks at Athelflaed and he goes, "Do I look cool in this?"
Yeah.
Just to review the
course.
list, there's a dwarven mug, the silk bag that Tara just took, a silver statue depicting some kind of strange tentacle-headed bipedal monster, a ceremonial bronze dagger, an iron tiara, which Tara took, and a platinum necklace hanging from a headless bust, which Paxton took. And then there's also a bed in the corner, a roll-top desk, and it's closed, by the way, with a chair next to it. There's a large wooden chest at the foot of the bed filled with clothes that Tara looked through, and that's it.
So also just to review, we broke into this room that is very clearly this new guy's friend's room and ransacked it completely.
He's got a lot of us.
I opened the desk.
You open the desk. All right. The desk is unlocked. The desk contains a stack of parchment, a vial of ink, and a pair of fountain pens.
Apollina, do you want any fountain pens?
I'm kind of getting tired of this ribbon here.
Oh.
This form of ribbing is getting old. Yeah, I get it. Okay, I can't read. Yes. Yeah, and you're making fun of me for it, and I think it's awesome. Yeah,
Oh,
I get it.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I searched the desk to see if there's any letters or anything, interesting.
No, it appears to have been pretty much cleared out. It does have some drawers you could store things in if you wanted to.
I opened the drawers.
Yeah, they're empty, but
Ugh,
you could use them to store things.
this
if you
guy
want.
is so tidy. He doesn't even use his drawers. That's weird.
Yeah, the ship looks pretty clean. I mean, except for all the dust that's piled up over however long it's been here. It's otherwise very tidy.
Tara's ready to move on to the next room if
Okay.
everyone else is.
Across the hall, there's a crew cabin. It has 3 bunk beds, a small table up against a wall with 3 chairs, small chests at the foot of the lower beds, and on projecting shelves next to the top bunks, but they're all open and empty. There's a weapon rack against a wall, but it has only a spear and what remains of a rusty longsword. And then there are 2 portholes.
What do you guys want to do?
Is my tiara tarnished or anything?
It's in fairly good shape. You could polish it up a little bit. It is iron, so it's got a little bit of rust on it. But
No,
it's
that
not.
makes me feel like it's not magical. Still gonna wear it.
Yeah,
just
that's
wondering.
magical.
Okay.
Did you say there's a spear?
Yep.
Paxton wants to investigate the spear.
You investigate the spear. It is definitely pointy.
Okay.
It doesn't appear remarkable in any way.
Does it seem like it has good craftsmanship, or is it just kind of
It looks pretty simple.
okay? He puts it back where he found it.
Okay.
Tara's gonna go back to where Zartok is.
Yep. He's sitting. Are you sitting in the chair, or where are you sitting when you're reviewing? your
Yeah, I
spell?
could sit in that Spelljammer helm,
Okay.
looking at it, trying to transcribe it into a spell book.
All right. Yeah. You succeed in copying into your spell book.
Tara walks in.
Yeah.
Hey, so I'm not going to be casting this all the time. It's not going to happen.
What do you mean?
So this is, it only lasts for about an hour. Yeah, it's not. I'm not.
Oh, but my friend did it all the time.
Well, I don't know what to tell you. You try to be conservative with your spell use because that's what ended the world.
Yeah. Finn would use that, and then he would use Arcane Recovery, regain the spell slot, and then cast it again.
You need to just lose some of your gear, mate.
Well, no.
You don't need all of it. Look at you. You hunched over like a grandma.
Excuse me?
You probably don't need that extra shield, you know.
What's
Paxton looks at Tara and he's like, I guess maybe this guy isn't as good a wizard as Finn was.
Clearly not.
Well, it sounds like he's dead.
Oh. Tara did not like that.
I mean,
Her
I don't
face
know.
is-
If we're
I
gonna
blame
throw
her. I
around
blame her. This
insults,
is gonna be
I'm the
good.
living wizard.
Look here, Zartok. If you got hit right in the face with a fireball, I don't think you'd be here either.
That would all depend on luck, and I have a way of making me own luck.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Huh.
I could see that.
I don't know about that. We did get you out of this chamber where you slept for a couple
Hey,
hundred years.
and for getting me out of the device, I'll pray to you. I'll pray to all of you.
What does that mean?
Oh, that's idiomatic expression. It means like thank you. Yeah.
Okay, but why are people here into praying? It sounds like you don't think much of the gods.
No, it's not that. It's not like I'm actually going to pray to you. It's like, so it comes from when the gods are people, really. They started as people, and people
Really?
start to worship them, and that's where they derive their power from. So the expression comes from like, thank you, I'll pray to you, but we don't actually pray to each other. It's just a thing we say. It's just nice. Sorry, I'll never say it again.
How did these people become gods?
Enough people worship them over time.
So you just need people to worship you and you become a god?
Yeah, I don't know the specifics. I've never become a god myself.
Is thanking someone... Can you equate thanking someone to praying to them? Like, if enough people thank me for what I do, am I a god? Tara's just trying to find out, maybe instead of being a hero, she can be a god.
Are you asking that to Zartok? Or
Yes, she is.
Okay. No, I don't think that's how it works. They've got to pray to you like, dear Tara, thank you for all you've done. Please bless my children, all that lot. Yeah.
I wouldn't know how to
I
go
think
about
so.
blessing their children. I don't know.
Aethelflaed's in a dreamlike state thinking about being a goddess. Aethelflaed.
It would be
Yeah.
nice. But the gods have failed. There's not enough people there for them to be powerful enough. You might as well become powerful by your own means.
I mean, that's what we've been trying to do this whole time.
Yeah. That's the right. You have the right of it, I think.
Well, maybe we'll put off godhood for later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't bother with that.
Whose ship is this?
It belonged to Calanthus family, so it's I assume it's mine now.
When Zartok says that, his tail suddenly emerges from behind him and points him in the face.
I almost forgot about you.
And sort of shakes back and forth.
What you want me to do? You want me to tell the truth? Is that what you're saying?
It shakes up and down.
Yeah, it doesn't belong to me. It belongs to Calanthus family. She was a noble in Outlaw Villa. Yeah, and I suppose they might still be alive. Yeah, you're right.
It makes sort of a shrugging motion.
Yeah, maybe, but yeah.
Does everyone like you have a tail that they talk to?
No, it's just abnormal for a tiefling. It's my mom always said that maybe I was born with two souls and one of them was trapped in this, but I don't know what she's talking about.
Can you stab it with that thing?
No, please don't do that.
Oh.
What?
His tail sort of recoils and hides behind him,
Yeah,
away from
this is a
Aethelflaed.
rough lot.
Aethelflaed shrugs. Okay.
Don't stab it.
Can it stab other things?
I don't think it likes to stab things. I don't think it likes to hurt people in general.
What? Aethelflaed looks confused. Oh, all right.
We can't explain her. I'm sorry.
So we can go looking for your friend, the elf and the big chicken, but if we don't find them...
I think based on what I know, I don't think they're around anymore. But she could live long enough, but I don't know what would exist down in the lower levels that she would live for 100 years.
Well, if we find her, then she can have her ship back, but maybe until we find her, we could probably use it after all this is said and done, right? Maybe go check out some of these places north and south of the belt.
I think we can do it now, but
We're kind of in the middle of a job right now.
yeah, it sounds like you got stuff to do. But there's no contract.
There's no contract. We don't directly work for
What's this dragon's name again? He's got
I'm
his
trying to
journal.
remember.
Lavarion.
Lavarion.
Lavarion, that's the guy.
He's a dragon man.
Silver dragon.
/ elf.
Slash elf. Yeah, so... Yeah, sorry to break the news to you. You gotta lose some of your stuff.
I'm okay.
I could cast it over and over and over again,
Yes.
but no. This would take too long. It would be quite boring.
So Paxton's sorting everything that he thinks that he won't need into the backpack that he can just leave on the ship until the next time they come to it.
All right. Tara's going to do the same, although next time she goes back to the room, she's going to want to take a detour to grab her backpack and put it in a room.
Sure.
Because that's where other random things are. And she's really cleaned that room.
We don't have a room for the new weirdo,
He can take one of the little side rooms.
Red Man.
Red Man?
Red Man.
Oh, man.
It's got those horns. We could call him like
Sorry.
Red Bull or something.
Do we get?
It's the color of my skin. It's all right. It's quite accurate.
Can we all have nicknames?
Well, except for you, because you're normal.
I mean that would be a first, but okay, I'll take it.
Yeah, we got Big Guy, and we got Tough Lady, and Red Man.
We can work it out. Yeah, let's draft.
Okay, and then we're gonna come up with a group name.
So where are we doing? Where are we going now? What's the plan?
I guess we should keep going down. We just broke through into the to the divination level, but we haven't actually gone down to the divination level yet, right?
We saw some folks standing around in front of it, some dead things, remember?
Yeah, we should probably go check that out. Maybe that's your friends.
No.
Yeah, maybe. Friends is a strong word. Like, I'd only known them like a week, so yeah, it's a strong word. But Calampha was cool, yeah.
So you have had your, I guess, what amounts to a short rest if anybody needs to recover anything. Zartok has learned a spell. You are still in the port or hangar, depending on how you want to think about it. There's really nothing going on in here. What would you like to do next?
Want to venture down a level?
Hey, Zartok, do you know
Yeah.
anything about this tiara? You think it's magical?
Yeah, you gotta give me a minute. If you're willing to wait 10 minutes, he can do a ritual to detect magic.
Sure. All right.
Okay.
You take 10 minutes to cast Detect Magic. It is not magical.
Yeah, it's ordinary.
All right, cool.
Quite ordinary, yeah.
Looks cool,
Keeping.
though.
It's very fetching.
Yeah, thanks. Me too.
Yes, it makes you look like royalty or something.
I like it. Maybe it'll come in handy.
So what do you, where are you going? What's the plan?
Oh, is anything else magical? Like, since you did the whole detect magic thing?
Sure. You want to look around?
Yes.
Sure.
Okay.
I've done this before. 100 years ago, I've looked around the room. I don't. If there's nothing new in there, I can just.
There
let them know.
is.
Okay.
Because you didn't look in one place before
Okay.
when you when you were searching the area. Now that the roll top desk is open, which no one did for some reason before, you can see that the fountain pens are magical.
Okay. Yeah, these pens are quite magical.
What do they do?
Tara starts to write with one of them on a piece of parchment paper.
Well, if you want me to, if you want to give me a pearl, I can figure it out.
All right. Well, Tara, you start writing with one of them, and the other one pops out of the inkwell and starts copying what you're writing onto another sheet of paper.
Oh, that's fancy.
Oh.
Oh man, you could write 2 journals at once with this thing, huh?
Oh, dude, then give me the journal thing. You'll need to try it, okay? Try it first before you hate on it, okay? It's
Yeah.
good. It's good to remember what's going on.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I'm a little busy.
Come on, amnesia guy.
Come on, sometimes you just need to forget, though, right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
probably true.
Yeah.
Ooh, that got dark.
Wow. So are we going down a level?
Yeah,
yeah.
you wanna check out those weird undead things that we saw as we were taking the detour into this.
We don't know that they were undead. This
Sure.
is only divination.
I can poke them, loot them.
They looked undead to me, but
They had red
we'll
eyes.
see.
You heading down the stairs then?
Yep.
Zartok cast mage armor on himself, and that's just normal, standard operating procedure. That's what he'll always be doing that.
It lasts a long time.
Yeah,
so
it
you might as
does.
well.
Yeah.
Zartok, they help you get out of the ship. You're still a little shaky from your extremely long rest. You see this long tunnel that Kelantha and Krolip, that was the bird's name, walked down. It just stretches off into the distance through the stone. This long, long tunnel. You're not sure exactly how long it is, somewhere between 1 and 2 miles. But you walk down this long tunnel. They're bringing torchlight with them. Ethelflaed also has a hooded lantern.
Mm-hmm. I bring out.
And eventually you get to the end of this tunnel, and you're in a spiral staircase, a stone spiral staircase that goes both up and down from your position. And Epilema says, "Yeah, look down there. That's where we saw those guys hanging out down below." And as you bring your torchlight closer, you can look down the stairs. There is indeed a pair of large wooden doors, and standing in front of them is a group of undead. There are 6 zombies and 5 skeletons standing in front of the door. And above the door is some bright magical lettering, and it says, "Divination."